Why isn't my screen popping up like as a bigger? I don't know. Let's share my. No, I don't want to share my. Pop out. That's not what I want. No, 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 no. Okay.
Either way, we could do audio only too if that's easier. I was just curious. Either way. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hi everyone. Hi, good to talk to you again. It's been a while since the last time that we recorded together. It was certainly pre-pandemic, right? Maybe 2019. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right. If my mic cut out, I'm sorry. I fixed it. It should be fine now. And I also want
Hmm.
to apologize to any listeners out there, whether you're watching it live or listening it on audio, about the last episode. Uh, I got confused with my audio with my new mic, and I was muted for like 75% of the stream. And then I turned it on and figured it out. So hopefully this will work.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, got the Elgato Wave microphone.
Oh, that's their
Cause
newer one, isn't it?
yeah, I got turned on to like grabbing it after I went to PAX East when I was talking to like a rep from the company that was there, saying that I think she had also did the same thing that I was thinking about doing, which is go from a Yeti mic to an Elgato one, and apparently
Mm.
the audio quality has been so much better. So we will wait to see.
Yeah, it sounds great on this end.
Perfect, great. I can't wait to listen to it for 5 seconds and then never listen to my voice ever again. Do you ever
That's
do
usually how
that?
it goes, right? Yeah, of course. I work outside of cosplaying and everything. I also work in digital marketing, so a lot of voiceover work, a lot of things for my day job too. So it's like a lot of listening to myself over and over again. I'm like, I don't want to have to
Yeah.
relive this right now.
Oh my god. Well, so the main reason why I got you on here was to
Mhm.
talk about the last convention you were at, which
Yes.
I believe was Otakon,
Hmm.
and that was that in the Baltimore area.
So it used to be. So I think about 2016 or 17, it moved to DC, but it was in Baltimore for a very, very long time. But it is in the DC Convention Center, the like Walter Washington.
Oh,
And
still
that
Maryland.
was
I'm still good. Okay, I still
yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
that's still in the region, right? Still in the DMV. But instead of traveling to Baltimore, which would have been a lot closer, it was just to DC, which isn't that much farther, but
Yeah.
still pretty fun. It's a larger convention center too than the Baltimore Convention Center, so
Oh,
that's pretty nice too. A little bit more wiggle room moving around everywhere.
right. So, yeah. So how long was the convention, and did you basically attend for all of it?
Yeah, I was there the whole weekend, Thursday to that Monday. This was the last weekend of July. Um, did stay the whole weekend. This is the first time in all the times I've been to Oda, which isn't that many. I think I've been to 4 or 5 Otakons now. First time staying in the hotel that's actually connected to the convention center. Um,
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
so it was very, very nice. Usually,
I'm.
where it is in DC, a lot of the surrounding hotels are kind of like a far walk, and so walking in like that July heat when you're in costume
Oh
is like
God.
no bueno, right?
Oh no. Oh
So it
no.
was it was perfect this year being
I
in the
was
actual hotel.
I'm heavily considering either doing the exact same thing when it comes to PAX East next year because
Hmm.
there is a hotel that goes directly into the convention center where it's at. I've never done that before
Yeah,
because the hotel that I stayed at was like a 30-minute walk
yeah,
from the convention center, and
insane.
it was murder on my feet. Never again.
Yes, the first Otakon I went to at the DC one. it was about like a 22-minute walk. And at some point during the weekend, we just said, like, screw it, and just started Ubering back and forth because it was worth it more than like walking in that heat. I think it was like,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So like being in the hotel that is connected, perfect for a cosplayer,
Oh
especially if
my
you have props,
god, I
especially if
bet.
you're like wearing something uncomfortable and you just need a break to like go back to the room and eat and change.
Well,
It's like,
were you wearing something uncomfortable?
actually, this was probably the most comfortable I've been at a convention in a while, aside
Oh.
from shoes. But it's one of those things, right, where it's like I'm very much aware that I'm aging, and that the years are going by because like concrete floors on convention centers and like
No,
in the merch hall, the
absolutely
artist
not.
alley. Ugh, if you're not wearing the right shoes, if you don't have your Dr. Scholl's ready, it's not gonna be a good time.
God, no, it is not. No, it is
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Um. All right. So then, did you go solo or did you have like a group of friends with you?
I
Um.
went with a pretty small group of friends. Usually, for some reason, I feel like Otakon is one of the conventions I go to that I end up knowing the least amount of people, which is wild because it is so local. But I feel like a lot of my cosplay friends or convention attending friends in general will fly out for like Katsu or Magfest. I know a lot more people there.
Yeah.
Um, with a relatively small group, so it was myself and my partner, my boyfriend, Irish Summons, who takes all my cosplay photos now, and then our two friends who are not cosplayers but are just like nerd enthusiasts, like
Sure.
anybody who's probably like watching or listening to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the four of us stayed and we adulted so wonderfully. We had all the snacks, all the drinks, vitamins. Like we were ready to go. That's when you know that you've entered a new phase of like attending conventions. It's if you pack your vitamins. So
Oh God,
we
I'm
were very
not there. I'm
prepared.
not there yet. Even though I'm in my 30s, I'm not there yet.
Well, listen, I just turned 29, what, 3 days ago.
Oh,
I am
happy
there.
belated birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been.
Certainly at that phase where I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this for 4 days, at least let me be comfortable and prepared.
Yeah.
Like, I can't live like how I used to at conventions.
Oh man. Uh, how many cosplays did you end up bringing to the con?
I think I brought so Friday was like the default pink Animal Crossing villager. Kind
Okay.
of in the vein of it was inspired by Doja Cat's Halloween look. That latex company, whose name I'm blanking on right now, so forgive me, but that latex company has worked with a lot of celebrities and drag queens in particular. So I've been a fan of their work, seeing it on a lot of these people. But her Halloween costume, I think this past year, was that villager, the pink with the like the tights that are blue and white striped, and it's the pink dress that has a flower on it.
Hmm.
And I was like, this design is so cute. I have to recreate it. So that was Friday. And then Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf was on Saturday. And I think I brought a couple of things if I felt like getting into costume. Like I brought Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog and like a
All right.
Gudetama outfit and things like that. But I didn't really wear those because I was in cosplay the entirety of the day, which I have not done that in a while either at a convention. Usually I'll either switch into a more comfy outfit towards the like right before dinner or into a different outfit, like a different cosplay completely if there's like a night shoot or something happening
Yeah.
at that time. But I was in both of those costumes from around like 11 when we actually like hit the floor to like 8 or 9 at night.
Whew.
And then I was like, well, let me just be comfy after this point. And so those are the only two that I actually like physically wore that weekend. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I know that for Saturday you debuted Daddy Ganondorf.
hmm
Uh, so how is that? How was that received at the con? Like, did you get like a lot of people asking for photos or?
Yeah. It's kind of funny. It was a mix of like a lot of people being like, "Oh, cool, Ganondorf," and like wanting photos, and like people be like, "Is that Riju?" Like, it's actually, and so like that was kind of funny of like, okay, who actually am I dressed as? Like, it's like, are you a Rosa? Are you like a whole different character?
Yeah.
But no, a lot of fun. I mean, anytime that I'm in Ganondorf, I am happy. Like, it's just one of my like comfort characters, comfort cosplays. This is the most comfortable Ganondorf I have made because his design is very minimal in this new game. Which shout out Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
great job. That was
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. So easy to relatively easy to put together. I did kind of make that one fast. And then easy to put on and wear throughout the day. Again, it was just like a shoe issue because like that one was flat sandals, so again, like no support on
Oh
concrete.
God. Oh no, no, not the sandals.
I know, but honestly, like that was a fun cosplay to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that kind of leads into what I would ask then about, despite it being comfortable, somewhat easy to make from what you just said,
Mm-hmm.
was there anything difficult or challenging about it?
I think honestly, if I would be like candid about making this costume, the most difficult part was kind of overcoming this mental block I had about making it, and these kinds of thoughts of like, I'm making another Ganondorf. Like, I hope it's like it holds up compared to the other ones. Will people even like this one? I hope I don't screw this, that, and the third up. How do I even approach making that? That stalled so much time in the actual creation of it. So overcoming my like mental battles of like, how do I even do this? Is it worth trying to do it? Can I pull it off? Was the hardest part because once I actually like got to the point where I was like, okay, brain, like just do it, just let go, and really like believe in yourself for a second to make
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah.
It was right as rain, and making everything was so easy, and it clicked in my brain of like, oh, you've done this before. This is how you will do it again. And so I really sometimes I feel like people don't give enough credit to how hard just the mental process is going through a new project, whatever that project may be, and like overcoming those kind of blocks and hurdles that you may put up for yourself.
Yeah.
um so I think a very like figurative answer is like that battle. A literal answer of like what was hard about the costume, probably the wig, like just
Yeah.
styling it for anything. But truly, I think it was just talking myself up into action was the hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Imposter syndrome can be a bitch to deal with that point.
It truly, and um, it comes in different ways that like I outside of cosplaying and then like also streaming, content creating, and I'm also a composer for like orchestras and small ensembles, and it's like my imposter syndrome will manifest in different ways for every task that I have, that it's hard to recognize that that's what's happening in that moment, right? I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever felt that, like when it arises in music, it looks completely different than how it does for cosplay, and it's very interesting.
Oh no, no, absolutely, absolutely. Like, because it's mostly for me. I mean, I'm not. I'm still strictly trying to just view streaming as a hobby because it's like
Yeah.
I'm as small a streamer as you can get. But like when it comes to like this, like doing podcasts and like getting approval to be a member of the media and get a press pass for a convention, like that's awesome. But still, it's just like sometimes I just feel a little bit out of place, or
Yeah.
like
It's a
do I
hard
really
feeling.
deserve it? And that's especially true when it comes to my day job as a graphic artist, where if I'm struggling with something that I feel like part of me is thinking this sounds like it's just a basic thing. Why can't you figure out how to work fucking Adobe InDesign? Or like
Right.
why can't you figure this out? And you just get stuck in a rut. But I mean, thankfully I've got people that are willing to like just back me up and help out when needed. So
Honestly,
yeah,
like having a support system in those times is like one of the most helpful things. Um, in having it's hard to see it for yourself until somebody else points it out for you, right? Like it's hard to see like, oh, like I can't do that, and then people know you have like people in your corner that are like, you clearly can't. Like
yeah,
you're more than capable.
literally,
It does wonder.
yeah. Um, What? So, what did you mostly do aside from like cosplay photo shoots during the con? Like, did you do any shopping? Attend any panels that were going on? Like,
Lots of merch hall and artist alley. Honestly. I feel like usually at cons I get so busy with either like shooting or hanging out with people, or if there is a panel I really want to see, like carving out time to like wait in line and go see this panel, that that I miss out on really looking at the merch hall and the artist alley. And so I'm
yeah,
like always like, oh, I should have bought something, or I should have seen if somebody had this type of thing, or what have you.
sure.
Um, so earlier this year, for backstory, around March, or really at the end of March, I moved into this new space, moved into a new apartment, and I was like, I really want in like this designated stream room, which was not the case at my old apartment. My streaming space was a part of my living room, which is a part of my dining room, which is a part
I think
of
I could
like the
partly see that the last time we recorded. I think you were probably still in your
right.
old apartment. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, I was still in my own apartment, so like yeah, everything was together in one space.
Truncated. Yeah.
Yeah, so now there is a stream craft room. So I'm like, I want to get some stuff to decorate it. So I ended up getting some really cool neon prints that are two are Zelda. I'm looking at them right now. They're above my computer. Two are Zelda, Majora's Mask, and like a Zelda vending machine, which is really cool. So like inside, it's like fairies and a Triforce and potions.
I think I've seen that image before. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm blanking on so many names, but I'm trying to remember the studio that or the artist that made these prints. I think it's like something Panda, and then the other one is a Naruto. That just was really beautiful looking, and I was like, I don't have any Naruto things in my life, and as much as a stan as I was when I was younger, I feel like that should change. um, Let me see if I can try to find it, just so that because if
I've
anybody
got
is
like my
interested,
Safari window open up, like to see if I can. Zelda vending
I
machine.
yeah, like the and the funny thing is like their ads pop up now on my Instagram all the time. Um, since buying these prints. Right here. This is that's the artwork.
I've
That
got it
is
on
not
DeviantArt.
Pinterest.
Oh wait, that's a GIF. That's probably not it.
Hmm. I don't want to like take up too much of your time trying to look for this, but if I do, then
I'm
I'll send
doing
you
the
the link.
same. I'm literally doing the same thing, but it's like, oh, Zelda Universe. Let me see. Wait, that's not. I give up.
I know it's like the image keeps popping up, but the vendor that I bought them from is not, and that's what's like bothering.
Oh
The
boy.
vendor's name, because they also make LED like acrylic art that lights up and like they're backlit through the acrylic canvas,
Oh
so they're
okay, yeah.
really cool. But these ones are just like standard paper. But it is escape. I cannot the name of the vendor I got them from, but they're very beautiful. Got some stickers and a shirt that I actually wore at work today that was really cute from Bandage Brigade. Um, so lots more shopping and perusing and seeing like what's happening in those halls.
Yeah.
I tried to make a point, especially to like get stuff for the room. So lots of
Yeah. I mean, I literally did that because I also went to a con fairly recently for one day with me and my best friend, which was their first con, so to speak, like in the space that I'm into. So we went to FanExpo in Boston,
mm,
and we went for one day, and we had a blast. It was just us wandering around the merch hall, like just browsing, buying stuff. We both got like candles, like scented candles, or like D&D tabletop
yeah.
stuff. But even though
Oh, that was cool.
I don't do the tabletop stuff, but it was just like and we've seen this vendor before
Hmm.
called Dragon Den Candle because we went to a Ren fair like last year, I believe.
Hmm.
Um, but and you can probably see it in my screen, but I got a pink. It's a pink and blue neon sign of
Yeah.
just a normal coffee cup. and I
Oh,
was just like, oh, that's totally me.
yeah.
So I bought that, and then I bought like a Moon Knight, a wooden small little Moon Knight figure made out of wood.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool. Hand carved, I'm assuming.
no, it was like laser etched.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I could grab it quick because it's right here. Hang on
Hmm.
a second.
Yeah, of course.
Ugh. So this little guy.
Oh, that is really cool. That's cute.
Yeah,
And it's all
yeah,
wood, and they just painted on top of it too.
yeah, yeah. And then my big purchase, which I was unexpected, I was half expecting to do this, but I wasn't expecting to get what I found. So Nightwing is my favorite DC comic book superhero of all time, like bar none, period. And I
Hmm.
was going for like maybe I could find some of like the cool variants that he would get, like from mostly from his current run that's going on.
Yeah.
So the first vendor I go up to and I ask him like, "You have any like Nightwing variant or covers?" And like, "No, but I have this." And he pulls up part 3 of the iconic like Teen Titans Judas contract storyline,
Oh,
which
wow.
apparently is the very first in comic appearance of Robin taking on the Nightwing persona.
Oh, that's. Did you get it?
Here's the thing, I
Hmm.
did get it, and it also served as the origin of Deathstroke and the hero Jericho.
Oh, wow. That's
He
incredible.
had two. He had two versions of it. One unsigned, and the other one, which was signed by Marv Wolfman, who was the writer and one of the co-creators of Nightwing. And I was like,
Cool.
the guy's dead. So odds are, like, when am I gonna see this again?
Right.
It was worth $175.
You got it? Oh, that's awesome. So did you get both or just the signed one?
No, just the signed one. I wasn't gonna go that.
Okay.
I'm not that crazy. I don't
No, that's
know.
so cool though.
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
that's all framed up in my entertainment center.
Hmm. Oh,
Um,
that's a good find. That's
yeah.
got to be like top tier of like convention finds. I
I
feel
think
like.
I was like, this is. I think this is my Holy Grail Nightwing comic that I would need.
Yeah, like you have to like firebox that. Like make
Yeah.
sure that like nothing ever happens to it.
Literally, like maybe at some point I would get it graded or something.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
probably. Yeah, that would be
down
a
the
good
line.
thing too. Hmm.
Um, so that was. Oh, and then I got one of my other best friend who has a birthday coming up. Um, in October.
Hmm.
She's big into Harry Potter, so I got her a very Harry Potter themed gift that I will not say what it is in case she happens to listen to
Yeah,
it.
right. We'll keep it
So
a secret here.
keep it a secret.
Hmm.
But we had a lot of fun, and then like we ended the day going. Half the fun was all the figuring out what the hell are we gonna do for dinner, and like we were just like scouring like Google Maps and like Apple
Hmm.
Maps of like what's a good place to eat. We found this anime themed noodle ramen bar,
Oh, cool.
and that was really tasty. That was really dope.
Yeah. That's another aspect of conventions is really like finding the solid places to eat depending on like which con you're at and where the venue is located.
Yeah.
Um, the first night of Oda, we found out that there was a rotating sushi bar like a quick walk away from the convention, and it was wonderful. The food was so good. They had like the little robots that bring you your drinks and
Oh my
stuff.
god.
Yeah, like automated robots. Um, so yeah, finding con food that is affordable but still yummy and easy to get to is always a hunt in like the planning of a convention.
Yeah. Hmm. So what else about the con do you want to like talk about, or
Um,
any like standout moments, or did
stand up.
did anyone else that was cosplaying, did any cosplay like catch your eye?
I I feel like the first thing that came to mind was that there were significantly less like Genshin cosplays that I thought I was gonna see. So I was like, is this a turn of an era? I feel like what's coming to mind, there was a Warhammer armor set that's pretty cool.
Okay.
There was a lot of other really incredible Zelda cosplayers, like Tears of the Kingdom cosplayers. That was fun. So,
Okay. Yeah.
lots of Tears of the Kingdom Zelda when she goes back in time. Lots of links with their arms, like either LEDs, or I've seen them use different like sleeves that are
Oh
painted and
yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
Like, so seeing other Tears of the Kingdom cosplays was a lot of fun, especially on Saturday. We went to a One Piece meetup. Or one friend is a huge One Piece fan, and so a lot of cool One Piece cosplays. There was also a horror meetup for horror fans in general. That was fun, looking at the prosthetics that people were putting on, and other like spooky bits in their costumes. It's just
Yeah.
like, as a horror fan, that was really cool to see. Some Genji Ito people that were like either Slug Girl or had the spiral. That was fun.
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like those are the highlights. I think what stood out to me the most though was just all of the Tears of the Kingdom players. But that, like, of course, the Zelda stand, I'm gonna like be like, oh my gosh, oh Pikmin, there was a Pikmin group too, and that Pikmin group was amazing. Shout out, they were like all the Pikmin, like it was just a bunch of dudes in morph suits, and like somebody was like a little like Olimar overalls and a helmet, and it
Oh
was
my god.
perfect, and I loved it. So
Oh, that's great.
shout out to that Pikmin group.
That's great. Yeah, I think there were a couple of Tears of the Kingdom I mean, I didn't really. I was just pretty much, just focused on spending time with my friend and
Mm-hmm.
shopping. But I
Yeah.
know, I feel like I did see someone cosplaying as the guy carrying around the Hudson construction sign that you got to help like stand
Yes,
up.
there was a Hudson
Yeah.
Construction sign guy. There was actually two, I think. And then a mass of Koroks. I did see Koroks sprinkled like here and there throughout the convention. That were really great. Like
Oh.
just lots of Korok duos. Like I'm looking for my friend. Like it was.
Oh my god.
Somebody made a fusion of a wooden shield with a rocket. That was cool to see.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, the Tears of the Kingdom cosplayers really like stood out this summer. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm curious if anything else is gonna like pop up throughout the year because I
I would
think
not be surprised. I mean,
I
this
wouldn't
game
be
was
either.
so
Yeah.
large that like I think that we're gonna probably see Tears for the rest of the year until like next summer, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you? I mean, you just recently beat the game, didn't you, on stream?
Yes, I have now finally completed Tears of the Kingdom,
What
and
you
it
what
was.
you what did you think of it?
I think as its own game. Oh, like I think combined with Breath of the Wild, the story that they created in those two games, it was so perfectly rounded out with Tears of the Kingdom. I like how they reincorporated like actual temples as dungeons, and like
Yeah.
there are certain things that are like so classically Zelda that I feel like they focused on more in Tears of the Kingdom than Breath of the Wild. Like Breath of the Wild felt kind of like a beta for what Tears of the Kingdom became, right?
That's what I've heard a
Um,
lot online. It's like,
yeah,
yeah.
it feels like a really good precursor to like the epicness that was Tears of the Kingdom. That being said, as a Zelda stan, there are a lot of lore and plot inconsistencies that I'm like still trying to sift through.
Oh god.
That I'm like this can't be the same Hyrule. This is like a completely different Hyrule, and that's the only way my brain can logically accept the universe that Tears of the Kingdom has kind of like and Breath of the Wild set up. Um, so like it's like a long-winded rant of just like random things, and it's like it all could have fit together so well, but Nintendo and lore are like water and oil. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. I did. All I know is that I did enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
but that last boss fight was just. I did not enjoy it the first time because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any of the I didn't have any food made that could help restore like
The
gloom
Gloom
stricken
Hunt.
hearts. So it's like I got so mad. I was just brute forcing it, like just trying to just power through and like
I ended phase 2 into going into phase 3, the like dragon phase. Spoilers for anybody
Spoilers.
who's listening, who's finished the game. But I ended phase 2 of fighting Ganondorf to phase 3 where he is a dragon with 1 heart. I was down to my last heart for the entirety of that second phase. Or no, I feel like for maybe like 2/3 of that phase. The beginning I had more hearts, and then he swiped them as much as he could. But that I was hanging on to that last heart for dear life.
Oh my god.
And then when I finally got him, and then I got back to the sky and I could use regular food again, I was like, oh bless. Like, this is wonderful. I was sweating my ass off sitting in this chair. Just like, please don't hit me. Like, I swear I don't want to do I had already attempted 7 times. I was like, I don't want to do this again. Like,
just yeah.
So that was a fun time.
Yeah. What was your any favorite parts of the game or standout moments?
Oh, this might be a larger spoiler warning because I feel like a lot of the moments I like the most are the biggest what the fuck moments kind of the game. So when you find out Zelda did eat her sacred stone and she was the dragon that was floating around the whole time, or
Yeah.
I really of the temples, I really enjoyed the water temple, honestly, even though that has the goofiest boss battle. The water temple
Some of
was
the bosses
pretty
were
fun.
very out there, very bizarre. It was
right. Well, I don't know if it's clipped, but on stream while we were playing it, and we get to the boss area, and I'm just like, it better not be something stupid like an Octo Rock, right? I was just like, it better not be something dumb. And then immediately I was like, oh well, here we are. The Goma battle was pretty fun. The Gibdo battle, Queen Gibdo, that was atrocious. I hated every second of that.
that wasn't fun. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
The Goma fight was good. I think Tuin had the best boss fight because Jesus Christ.
Easily.
And the music my Wind Waker heart.
It was so good, right? Being in the Rito, but it's not Dragon. I keep wanting to call it Dragon Caverns. I was like, that's technically what that is. But being in the Rito area and hearing the Wind Waker theme for Dragon Roost, I was like, oh, this is so perfect.
Yes, favorite Zelda for me. Period.
Yeah, Wind Waker is up there.
Yeah, given that it was also it was my first Zelda, so that I ever cleared.
Yeah, so. I feel like Minish Cap was my first, so that's always my number one. But then it's certainly Wind Waker, and then Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
But Goron, go ahead.
The Goron Temple was my least favorite. I got so lost. I had to use a guide. What the hell? Where do I go? These stupid minecart. What level am I on?
It took me. The only part I didn't like about that level was the fact that it was in the depths in the first place, and I had to go find it. I hate being in the depths. That is my least favorite part of Tears of the Kingdom. Anything depths related. That Obsidian Frox and me have beef for the end of time.
No.
Yeah, anything depths related, I was like, I'm not here for it. Honestly, going to get the 5th Sage was also a lot of fun. Doing the mech battles that you're basically in a Gundam, that was a cool part of the game.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the mechanics in the gameplay this time was really enjoyable as well, with the fusing, with Ascend, and all different ways to solve these puzzles that they've reintroduced us from the Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. I felt like it didn't feel stale or reused or repurposed. It felt new.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was such a common thing that I kept running into, where just I can't figure out this puzzle. Oh wait, I can just ascend. I can just cheat my way through.
You forget about Ascend for the longest time until it's oh yeah, right. Of course, I could just float up into the sky and through matter, and it's fine. And then always Ganondorf will always be one of my. He was so beautiful in this game, so that was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Matt Mercer killed it.
His voice acting was really good. Yeah.
God.
So good.
Yeah. How has streaming been so far lately? I mean, so that you cleared through Tears of the Kingdom, like
Hmm.
what's next on your docket to play through or clear?
Well, I thought what was gonna be next was continuing Pikmin, but I've been on like a week break, just like for birthday and just like relaxation and chilling out because I finished a very large project right before my birthday that was consuming a lot of time, and so I was
Sure.
like, let's take this week off. And I've been playing so much Pikmin, I might finish it before the next stream. Honestly, I feel like it's so addictive that I can't help but to play it. Um, so between hopefully more Pikmin on stream, um, possibly getting back into Ace Attorney 2 because we left off kind of in the middle of a game. And then I got
Mm.
Orwell recently that had been recommended by a couple of community members, um, which is plays. It is a nod to George Orwell's like 1984, where basically you work for the government as an investigator that can go through people's computer, and you're trying to find this person who like attacked something. I can't remember the details because I haven't played it yet. I'm going in
Mm.
completely like clueless about the game.
Mm.
But basically you play the game as though you are actively hacking through people's computers and looking at their information to see if you can catch the attacker that is there. So like you're going through
Right.
people's files and their emails and all this kind of stuff. That's how it plays. And I've been told that like it's like very Phoenix Wright-esque in that like you're investigating and you're trying to figure out and put all these clues together
Yeah.
and stuff. So I am very excited to play that on the stream. Wow.
Yeah. I've just been. Oh God, what did I beat recently? I wonder if it was Tears of the Kingdom,
Mm,
the last game I cleared on stream, and then a couple of indie games that I've been lucky enough to have review codes for.
hmm.
Fall of Porcupine was really cute, really interesting, interesting take and like discussion about people in the healthcare force and the hospital workforce. So
Oh,
that was
interesting.
fairly interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sequel to Coffee Talk, that was a lot of fun. That meant a lot to me, especially
Yeah.
because um, like the first Coffee Talk was my like game of the year when it came out in 2020, and
Hmm.
like the devs are so nice
Oh,
to a
I love
well
that.
to a point that they were teasing that there's something in the game that we think you might like, and I'm playing the game on stream, the sequel. There is a drink named after me.
Oh, that's so
And
cool.
I was like, I saw it, and I was just like, I was almost in tears, like, holy fuck,
That's really cool. Oh, that's so nice.
yeah. So I got to see them at PAX East, so that was really
Yeah.
fun to like try out some of the other games that they had planned. I interviewed one of the developers from the sequel, and
Hmm.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Um,
Indie devs are favorite people to interact, honestly, because a lot of them like are really really sweet. The creators of Wildflowers, which is like this witchy kind of simulator game, similar-ish to Animal Crossing, maybe closer to Stardew Valley, but very comfort cozy game, and they've just been such a wonderful.
yeah,
Wildflowers is a fun game.
yeah. So I think well, so now I'm back into playing Final Fantasy 14 online.
Hmm.
I just hit one of the like the next expansion, so I'm going through that. And apparently, from all I've heard, like from this expansion onwards up to present, is when the story gets really good, and the
Hmm.
story starts to really crush your heart and break your dreams.
Oh my god.
So that'll be fun. So I gotta try to see if I can juggle that next to like Spider-Man 2 when that comes
Mm.
out in October, and then I think I'm gonna make the remake of Super Mario RPG my comfort game, like my
Oh
off-stream
yes,
game, because
very excited for that.
oh yeah,
That's gonna be incredible.
yeah,
Between that Super Mario Wonder when that comes out, new WarioWare for the Switch, which is great. I feel like October is like a really great month for Nintendo.
October's just stacked with a crap ton
Yeah.
of games, and it's just
Uh,
nuts.
Dark Moon re-release is around that time for the Switch. They're gonna announce more of the Princess Peach game that is coming out soon. Like I'm very excited.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good Nintendo year.
Oh yeah. 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 I think I'm. I don't know. I haven't really been into like the 2D Mario games, so I think I'm gonna skip out on Wonder.
I think there are so many new aspects in the trailer alone that I've seen that I think it may be worth it. Like I am a 2D Mario fan from like the jump. Like Super Mario Bros. 3 was like one of my favorite games to play when I was a kid.
Mm.
So I really do still love the 2D platformer side scroll format that Nintendo does so well. And so like all the weird like the pipes now move and wiggle around like caterpillars when you try to get into them, and not all the
Yeah.
flags at the end are real, and he eats something weird and has an acid trip basically. Like it's just so weird of a Mario that it's like I need to figure out what's going on. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah. Also, just shout out to Charles Martinet because
I know.
God bless his soul.
An end of an era. That's good.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine Mario sounding like, I'm sure that they'll hire somebody who sounds exactly the way that he does it, but I just
Well, apparently we'll know come Super Mario Brothers Wonder because
yeah, it'll be a whole new voice.
yeah. God.
I know.
No, I got fond memories of hearing his voice like through playing Super Mario 64, and
I
then
know.
I remember
Perfect.
there was like some pre-recorded pre-order message way back when I pre-ordered Super Mario Galaxy,
Yeah,
and he was on the phone, like just get ready for the game coming out soon. So
so
yeah,
cool. Yeah. So
I've
it's
never met him at a con, but like everyone told me that I've heard online that he's just a very sweet guy
I
who
believe
just
it.
loves the role, and yeah,
Yeah.
30
Well,
years.
30 really solid years.
Yeah,
Shout out to him. That was incredible.
yeah. Uh, what else has been going on in your life?
Honestly, trying to just really get back into the swing of like regular content for cosplaying and streaming. Um, this past year, it's just been a lot of like random things from like moving, getting a new job, working on like large commissions and things like that. That like
Yeah.
it's kind of broken up the trajectory that I was like aiming for this year and like
Oh gosh.
creating. But things are settling down now, and I feel like I now have a ground to actually like get to work the way that I want to, which is really exciting.
Nice. Nice. Any other cosplay plans for either the rest of the year, or are you just looking into making stuff for next year? Or
Hopefully, for the end of this year, maybe some more Pikmin stuff. So I've been wanting to do Olimar for years now, and I have like I don't know if you can see the globe for his helmet. It's just sitting there that needs to be like
that's what. Oh wow, yeah.
yeah. It just needs the opening needs to be like cut wider because it does not fit on my head. I have a large head, so I need to like fix that.
Oh no.
Um, Between that, maybe another Ganondorf. Maybe I haven't made an armor set in a while, and I'm kind of itching to do that again. Dr. Eggman is also on the list too, so who knows? The goal right now, in like my immediate vision, is Olimar. After that, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah. How many Ganondorfs have you made? Because more than two,
uh,
or
I think it's 5.
oh wow,
I
I was way
know.
off.
Hyrule Warriors, Ganondorf,
Okay.
Wind Waker, um, Ocarina of Time. I did Calamity Ganondorf, and then this one is Tears of the Kingdom, so that would be 5. So the only one I'm missing. Oh, also other Zelda villains is on the list as well, like Girki, Bati, and but I think the only one I have not made yet is Twilight Princess, and the rest of his forms, he's like a pig, and I have no interest in doing that. But like of the
uh,
actual like Ganondorfs,
yeah.
I think Twilight Princess is the last.
God, I gotta go search through your pictures because I feel like I've never seen them, or maybe
I know. Well,
I've seen Calamity Ganon. That I've
mhm.
seen,
I
but
think that might have been around the last time we talked too. Was Calamity. Um,
might have been.
Ocarina of Time was during the pandemic, like during lockdown. So I did that during.
Okay.
Hyrule Warriors was the first one when I was like first starting to cosplay. So that's probably back in like 2017, 18,
Maybe
probably
I've
like in
seen Hyrule
2018.
Warrior, but the fact that you did Wind Waker Ganondorf, I'd be like, I should know this, but I don't.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go.
That one was more. I think I did that one up exactly like a year now because I wore it to San Japan last year. Yeah, which was in September. So it's about, or I think I made it and then took it to San Japan. So maybe I made it like last winter.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun one too. That's another one that's like super comfy when you like. It's not a lot of arm.
I would hope so because it's just
If
a
you a rope,
yeah.
so yeah, that one's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just a giant ass robe, isn't it?
Right? Yeah, it's a robe and a skirt and a corset. In my case, but in his case, he just has like a shirt on.
Right, right. Oh, are you pretty much done with conventions this year? Or do you have any others coming up,
For
or
for this year, yes. The next one that's local because I still try to stick to local ones. Right
sure?
now, though, there is hopes in the future of going to PAX. I would love to go to PAX, but this year,
Yes,
right? Yeah, this year would be MacFest.
MagFest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never been to that one. I've only been to Capticon twice.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's like the month before Katsu, and it's mag, so it's music and gaming festival. So
right. Okay.
all video games, video game music, concerts, tournaments, all kinds of cool stuff. So MagFest is one of my favorite conventions.
I've always heard that's just a banger of a show, and I
Yeah.
mean, unless I got compelled to go with a great group of friends, or like if I
Mm-hmm.
knew a lot of people were gonna be there, I feel like I'm fine not ever going to Capticon again because
That's been kind of the vibe, honestly. It's super packed usually. Like it's
yeah,
uncomfortable a convention to go to. You can't really move around easily because everyone, including like I've done it, but like where everyone's wearing their largest pieces. So that means that there's less moving space to like
yeah,
actually go float around. Tons of people go now. So like it feels like shoulder to shoulder and it makes me kind of like nervous. I'm like,
no, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely,
like it's too packed, and so I won't be going again for a while. But Magfest has been a great alternative on it.
yeah. Hmm. I've got nothing else, honestly.
That's been great
Uh,
just talking this way. Like it's been fun. I'm glad
yeah,
that we could do this again.
yeah. I'm glad we could too. Yeah, I'm very happy you had fun because I'm always again it's that imposter syndrome kicking in. It's like, are they really
Right?
having a good time, or are they just doing this
Yeah.
to
No.
pity me or whatever? It's
No.
like,
No. No. No.
see, yeah, see,
This is a lot of fun. I'm here to reassure you. I had a great time. It's always fun talking. So this is cool.
yeah, yeah. If you manage to get the pack east, because that is a definite. That's just always a definite con for me because it's only a state away, so it's still relatively
Yeah.
local, and it's like I don't know. Boston's such a fun city to walk around in.
I've never been, and so I countless of people have told me that I would really really enjoy PAX, and so I want to make it a priority, if not this upcoming PAX, the next, to really
Yeah,
try to get out there.
yeah, because I know it's PAX East for me definite, and then my best friend and I are going to. We're confident we can try this because we're gonna attempt to go to Disney World together next year
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and really have a blast there. So if PAX ends up being the only con I go to for next year, that's fine by me.
Yeah, right. I mean, for Disney, I've never been to Disney. My friends are trying to get me to go out at some point, plan a trip, but like, if you have the opportunity, take it, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
we gotta start planning more come like the spring because we're shooting for this time frame next year. Less kids around. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, honestly, yeah. While school is already open, that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like apparently like people would. I mean, I did a quick look up that people usually book their trips 6 months in advance. So I was like, yeah, that sounds about
Oh,
right.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense to really secure
So
good pricing for travel.
yeah. But
Mhm.
all right. If that is everything, if people want to go find out where your work is or stream is, where do they go?
It is Falafel Cosplays on quite literally every platform. PHALAFEL Cosplays. It is everywhere.
All right, and then you can follow me everywhere. Blue Lightning Costs on all the social medias as we board the sinking Twitter ship.
Yeah, right. I was like, Twitter's the only one that is technically not the same, but you'll still find it. It's just missing the S at the end.
Yeah.
But Twitter is, I barely post on there anyways. In every other platform, you will get far more content than.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and we're still on track for road to episode 100. We're getting real close.
Getting close. What episode number is this one?
97.
Oh, 3 away. That's really cool.
And I already have one coming up soon. Hopefully, I gotta get in touch with my guest because she just went to FanExpo up in Canada because that's where she's based. So I figured, that'd be a great. She said that's a great idea to talk about. So hopefully within the next week or so, because then my fingers are crossed. I can maybe get Jessica Negri for episode 100 if I can try to get in contact with her.
Yeah, just fun. Road to 100. Let's go.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Thank you guys for watching live if you did, or if you're just reaching the end of the audio recording. I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you all